And in my playbook tonight, a serious story. Colorado Republican Senate candidate Ken Buck is under fire for refusing to prosecute an alleged rape case when he was district attorney back in 2005. At the time, Buck told the media he declined to prosecute because the case could be interpreted by a jury as, quote, buyer's remorse. The alleged victim recently released an audio tape of the meeting she had with Buck 5 years ago, where he explains why he didn't want to take the case to trial. And the whole thing sounds a lot like he's blaming the victim. Joining me now is Interim Executive Director of Progress Now Colorado, Kirsten Forsyth. Kirsten, good to have you with us tonight. Why is this story coming out now, 5 years after the fact?
Well, the story has always been out there. It's not a new story. She came to the media 5 years ago and talked to them about it. The reason why it's coming forward now and she feels like it's important is that it really hasn't surfaced throughout this campaign. And people really need to understand how Ken Buck feels about women, in particular rape victims.
Did he actually use the term buyer's remorse?
He did, and that was actually to a local media outlet. And the quote that was quoted in the Greeley Tribune was, "This could be interpreted as a case of buyer's remorse."
So this victim, alleged victim, came to the prosecutor at the time, Mr. Buck, told him that she had been raped. He didn't buy the story, and it never went anywhere.
Right. Well, he actually convinced her in the audio tape that she released. He actually convinced her over and over again that her case wasn't worth it. And at one point actually said that this entire case would go public and that she should be ashamed of it and basically go away. And so as a prosecutor, he was not acting as a rape victim advocate. He was actually acting more like a defense attorney. He was attacking her and blaming her.
Is he anti-woman? I mean, is that the case that your group is trying to make?
Well, I think this is a long line of offenses that we've seen from Ken Buck. He had the high heels comment where he was at an event, asked why people should vote for him, and he said, well, you know, because I don't wear high heels. Then he's recently been very strong in his support for banning abortions in the cases of rape and incest. Yeah. And then now you get the facts behind this case.
And how is the alleged rape victim doing? How has she handled this?
She is doing amazingly well. I've talked to her personally quite a bit, and you know, we've developed a great friendship.
But she feels wronged in all of this, correct?
She does. She feels awful, and you know, about how this case turned out. I think what is most inspiring to me is how strong she's been throughout this entire thing. But she's very angry. She never received justice.
She feels in her heart that she has not received justice, and right. Ken Buck is at fault for that.
Absolutely. He absolutely is.
Kirsten Forsyth, I appreciate your time tonight. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Interesting story out of Colorado.